Tanzania is quickly emerging as a force to be reckoned with in East Africa. While much of the world's attention is often focused on more prominent African nations like Kenya, Nigeria or South Africa, Tanzania has been steadily transforming its infrastructure, positioning itself as a major player in the region. Through ambitious infrastructure projects like the Standard Gauge Railway, SGR, the Mwalimu Nyerere Hydroelectric Power Plant, extensive road expansions and modernization efforts in its ports and airports, Tanzania is building the foundation for a prosperous future. Today, we'll take a closer look at these transformative projects and how they are revolutionizing Tanzania's economy and setting it apart from its neighbors. Before we start, please take a few seconds and subscribe to this channel. One of Tanzania's most ambitious and transformative projects is the Standard Gauge Railway, SGR, which has the potential to change the entire transportation landscape of the country. The SGR is designed to connect Dar es Salaam, the country's main port city, to Mwanza, which sits on the shores of Lake Victoria, Tanzania's gateway to neighbouring East African nations. This rail line will span nearly 1,800 kilometres and will significantly improve the movement of goods and people across the country. The SGR project is being built in phases, with the first section connecting Dar es Salaam to Morogoro already completed, marking a major milestone in Tanzania's quest to modernize its rail infrastructure. The impact of the SGR on Tanzania's economy cannot be overstated. Tanzania is strategically located as a transit hub for several landlocked countries, including Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and even the Democratic Republic of Congo. These countries rely heavily on Tanzanian ports for importing and exporting goods, and the SGR will provide a much faster and more efficient way to move cargo to and from Dar es Salaam's port. This will not only benefit Tanzania, but also improve regional trade by reducing transportation costs and delays. Currently, cargo transport by road can take several days, but the SGR will significantly cut down on travel time, providing a competitive advantage over the country's regional neighbours. The port of Dar es Salaam, one of the busiest on the continent, is now better connected to Tanzania's interior regions thanks to the SGR. As goods move faster and in larger volumes, Tanzania is positioning itself as a major trade hub in East Africa. The SGR will eventually extend all the way to Mwanza, which will allow goods to travel from the Indian Ocean coast to Lake Victoria with unprecedented speed and efficiency. This improvement in infrastructure is particularly vital for Tanzania's landlocked neighbours, Rwanda, Uganda, and even the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. These countries rely heavily on efficient routes to ports for imports and exports, and the Tanzania SGR offers them a fast, reliable alternative to existing routes through Kenya's Mombasa port. But the SGR isn't just about cargo. It's also designed for passenger transport, which will help connect the country's major cities more efficiently. As Tanzania continues to urbanize, more people will need to move between its cities, and a fast, reliable rail service will make it easier for them to do so. This kind of connectivity is crucial for economic growth, as it opens up new opportunities for trade, employment, and tourism. Once completed, the SGR will mark a major leap forward for Tanzania, putting it on a par with, or even surpassing, its East African neighbours, particularly Kenya, which launched its own SGR between Mombasa and Nairobi in 2017. Another key project revolutionizing Tanzania's economy is the Mwalimu Nyerere Hydroelectric Power Plant, which is set to be one of the largest hydroelectric projects in Africa. Located on the Rufiji River, this massive project will have a capacity of 2,115 megawatts MW once completed, effectively doubling Tanzania's electricity generation capacity. Named after Tanzania's founding father, Julius Nyerere, the dam is expected to drastically reduce Tanzania's reliance on non-renewable energy sources like coal and oil and will provide a sustainable source of electricity for millions of Tanzanians. The significance of the Mwalimu Nyerere hydroelectric power plant goes beyond simply increasing electricity supply. Tanzania's economy has been held back in part by an unreliable energy grid, with frequent power outages affecting industries, businesses and even households. By generating more power, Tanzania will be able to meet the growing demand from its expanding industrial base and urban centres. Reliable electricity will also attract more foreign investment, as businesses require a steady energy supply to operate effectively. This project is particularly important as Tanzania continues its industrialization efforts, with sectors like manufacturing and mining relying heavily on a consistent energy supply. Moreover, the dam will have other long-term benefits. Its reservoir will help control flooding along the Rufiji River, which has historically caused damage to farmland and infrastructure during heavy rain seasons. In turn, this will improve agricultural productivity, as farmers will have a more stable environment in which to grow crops. The hydroelectric plant will also provide water for irrigation, supporting Tanzania's vital agricultural sector, which employs a significant portion of the population. With food security being a critical issue in Africa, the Mwalimu Nyerere hydroelectric power plant will not only generate electricity, but also play a role in securing Tanzania's agricultural future. While Tanzania's neighbours have also embarked on their own development projects, Tanzania is setting itself apart with the scale and ambition of its efforts. For example, Kenya's Standard Gauge Railway between Mombasa and Nairobi has been operational since 2017, but Tanzania's SGR project covers a much larger distance and is designed to link more regions within the country and connect to neighbouring nations. This gives Tanzania a strategic advantage in becoming a major logistics hub for the entire region. Similarly, while countries like Uganda and Kenya have made efforts to improve their energy infrastructure, Tanzania's Mwalimu Nyerere hydroelectric power plant is one of the largest energy projects in the region. Once completed, it will not only meet the country's growing energy needs, but also provide a surplus that could potentially be exported to neighbouring countries. Despite these massive strides in infrastructure development, Tanzania faces challenges in executing these projects. Financing remains one of the most significant obstacles, as these projects require billions of dollars in investment. While the government has secured loans and funding from international partners, there are concerns about the long-term sustainability of debt levels. Delays in project completion due to logistical issues and environmental concerns have also been hurdles, but the Tanzanian government remains committed to pushing forward. In the long term, these infrastructure projects will be pivotal in shaping Tanzania's future. With better transportation networks, energy security, and improved connectivity, the country is well on its way to becoming an economic powerhouse in East Africa. Tanzania is not just playing catch-up with its neighbours, it is chart. If you find this video informative, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more of related content.